so to solve this equation, we want to get x by itself. So we can add that 4 to both sides, because that'll at least make things a little bit more condensed. Right, so we add 4 to both sides. We get 54 on the right. And then we have 2x minus 1 squared on the left. And to get rid of the square, we have a square root in our tool belt. But we have to remember, anytime we cancel out a square by using a square root, then we're losing a different possibility. We got to make sure to add in the plus or minus symbol, because it could be positive or it could be negative. If you were to square negative square root of 54, if you were to plug that in, square negative square root of 54, it would be the same thing as plugging in positive, because when you square something, it zaps it from whatever sign it is to a positive sign. And then to finish getting x by itself, I'm going to add 1 to both sides. So it's like doing plus 1, plus 1. You can stick that plus 1 anywhere. I think my math lab usually puts it out front, or you should be able to put it behind this number 2. And then last step is I'm going to divide everything by 2. So I get x is 1 plus minus the square root of 54 over 2. But we usually like to simplify our square roots whenever we can, which means like you want to take that number 54 and see if you can divide it by something you can take a square root of perfectly, get an integer, like 4 for instance, because we know the square root of 4 is 2. But 4 doesn't fit into 54 evenly. So let's try the next one up on the list. See if we know the square root of 9 is 3, so maybe it's divisible by 9. And it is. That means we can break up 54 as the square root of 9 times the square root of 6. And if you do that, it makes the square root number smaller. The square root of 9 is just 3. So we got a simplified answer. So that's the answer that my math lab wants.